Hey guys, this is Sebastian here. Welcome to another segment of Building Your Wealth in Under 5 Minutes. Today we're going to be talking about the famous 457. It's another form of retirement account. It's really similar to a 401k and a 403b, which we've done videos on that as well. But today we're going to be going over how does a 457 work. Now before we go ahead and get started, please don't forget to subscribe on our YouTube channel, like, comment, share the video. Again, the way you're going to get more knowledge when it comes to money is by learning more about the topic of money. The more knowledge we have in this area, the better decisions we will be making with our money on a daily basis. So please don't forget to share this with your friends and family. Let's jump right in. So how does a 457 work? Well, you see, it's really simple. More than likely, if you have a 457, it's because you work for the state or you work for a specific county. Whether you're living in Florida, New York, you're living in Texas, it doesn't matter. If you have a 457, you normally work for the government, not the federal government, but you usually work for the state government or for the county. So you see, this is what ends up happening. If you're working right now for the county might offer you something called a 457. And again, it's another form of a retirement account where you, the employee, so I'm going to put you up here, you, the employee, can put in money into that 457 every single month, every paycheck. So what ends up happening is you right now, let's say that you hypothetically, you make right now $50,000 per year as an employee for, say, the county that you work in. So if you're making $50,000 a year, you could elect to say, for example, that you want to put into that 457 a specific amount of money every single month. So maybe you might decide that every 2 weeks, you want $200 to be taken out from your paycheck and deposited inside that 457. You can choose to do $100 every 2 weeks or $100 a week, or depending on how you get paid. So you can be putting money into that 457. Now, the benefit of you putting money into a 457 is that at the end of the year, any money that you deposited into the 457, it's a full tax write-off. So what does that mean?
Keep it up for me.
Let's say that by the end of the entire calendar year, you have put in $3,000 into that 457 and you made $50,000 that year. That means when you go and report your taxes, because you put in $3,000 and you made 50, in reality, you're going to end up reporting 47,000 of taxable earnings, and you will need to report 47,000 and pay taxes on 47,000. But you see, over the years, when you begin to put in those $3,000 and you put in the three, over the years, this 457, this retirement account will begin to build up a lot. And 5, 10, 20, 30 years later, I've seen 457s. The other day I met with a lady, she had almost $530,000 inside her 457 that she's been putting money in for the last 35 years. So she had over $500,000 that she built up inside this account. Now, this is the important piece. All of the money that is inside that 457, when you go and withdraw the money 10 years, 20 years, 30 years later,
75 years later,
all of the money that comes out of this account will be fully taxable. So in other words, you might have $500,000 in your 457, but remember, that money is not all yours. All of the money that's in there is, some of it is yours and some of it is going to be the IRS's. Every time you pull out $1 or $10 or $100, the IRS is going to take away a portion. Why? Because you are going to have to pay taxes every time you withdraw that money. But you see, this is the sucky part about the 457, that your employer, in other words, the county or the state where you work at, that might offer you that 457, it's very unfortunate because they don't many times offer what's called a match. And what does that mean? That means that unfortunately, fortunately, like a lot of 401ks, when you put in money into a 401k, the employer that you work for will also put in money for you. But you see, with 457s, unfortunately, it doesn't work like that all the time.
That's crazy.
You see, unfortunately, the county, the state will not match you for you putting in money. So pretty much the only thing that's going into the 457 is whatever you decide to put in. So why do I bring this topic up? Many times you are better off putting those same $200, those same $300 into maybe a traditional IRA or a Roth IRA. And why is this? Because when you're investing in a 457, they provide you what's called a list. And this list is called the list of funds. and they require you to choose from maybe about 10 or 15 different funds, but you must stay within the list of funds that they offer you. And why do I usually recommend that an IRA and a Roth IRA is better? Because you have more availability of more funds, more investments, which by default means that if you choose better investments that perform better, you will have more money inside your retirement account by the time you're ready to retire. I know this was a lot of content, a lot of information. I know I went really quick, but if you want to make sure that you understand how your 457 work, just make sure that you watch the video all over again so you clearly understand how the 457 works and if it's beneficial for you to actually be doing. We'll see you next time.